This is one of the passenger cars from the iconic monorail that was at Midtown Plaza for so many years, and it is on display tonight. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This has been in hiding and storage for a number of years. I want to say at least 8 years, maybe longer. And soon the New York State Transportation Museum will take possession of the monorail, and eventually they'll get it on display down there at their wonderful museum, a celebration of such history down in Rush. I've been there, done shoots there, and it's a wonderful collection of, you know, different modes of transportation that we've all used, or grandfathers used, grandmothers used, and so forth. It is really cool down there, and this is going to be an absolute iconic piece for their collection. And from what I understand, this is the first time that the monorail, or any part of it, has been on display in a number of years. You know, before Midtown was taken down, they delicately took this apart and put it in storage. The city of Rochester did, and it was important for the city to get it in the right hands. And indeed they have. New York State Transportation Museum will be the perfect home for this for the next several years, as they can preserve its history, showcase its history, and celebrate its history, and let the masses experience it. How many memories do folks have of riding this? Pretty cool. And of all the cars they have on display here, this is a pretty good one. You know, that midnight blue, if you will, the moon, the stars, and pretty cool to see this. Look at that. If that doesn't bring back a memory for a lot of you out there, I don't know what does. That is pretty spectacular. And if you think of the history of Midtown, you know, it goes back to 1962. It was the first urban, all-enclosed downtown mall in America. 1962. So I have to believe that the monorail had to have been there since the mid-60s, maybe late 60s, or maybe since the inception. I'm trying to track that information down. Don't know that definitively, but it certainly has a steep history. Dave says, I haven't seen it in 10 years. Rode the monorail when it was at Midtown 30 years ago. And I think a lot of people see this, and it harkens back a memory for them. And a good one at that. So pretty cool to see. And they've done a nice job of keeping it in a really nice shape, and so forth. So we love history, you know that. I've been taking my camera all over the place, showcasing historic stuff, celebrating the beauty in our area, and something like this certainly falls within that realm. Pretty cool. Great to see. Bill says, I remember, and I think a lot of people do. They see this and it brings back perhaps a memory of their childhood, or going to Midtown with a grandparent or a parent. So it will be on display here at Frontier Field throughout the evening. First time. The Wings took possession of it earlier today, and will be on display here throughout the Red Wings game. Keep our fingers crossed that the weather will cooperate, and you get an extra treat if you're coming out here to see the ball game. You're going to experience and see a throwback Wednesday, we'll call it, here in Rochester, as they rock the rock, and no better way to do that than this right here. Jacqueline, they are going to set it up. Like I said, the New York Transportation Museum in Rush is going to take possession of this, and they are great people to have this, because they will nurture it, they'll take care of it, and I am quite sure that they'll present it in a way that will bring back memories for so many people, and showcase it in a way that will be first class and really tug at the heartstrings out there and the memories. It's pretty good stuff here at Frontier Field, without question. the folks at the station called me. I was out shooting sunflowers, and they called me and said, John, we think we got something up your alley. And they know how much I love trains and things like that. And so you get something like this, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm astounded at how good a shape it is in. When you look at it, you look at those seats. And imagine the thrill of kids going on the monorail at Midtown, sitting in those seats and experiencing that fun, that slice of Americana, if you will. Pretty cool. And so they, disassembled this very carefully. They preserved it, protected it, stored it away, and waited. And wouldn't you know, we got a train going by a CSX. How fitting is that? We got the little train whistle as we are adjacent to the main line. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Listen to that. We got a good old train whistle as we show. That is awesome. As we show you the monorail here from Midtown. Fantastic. Anyway, it's a good way to send it off, but stay tuned. We'll keep you posted. This will eventually be on display at the New York State Transportation Museum, our good friends down in Rush, and they have a wide array of pieces there that celebrate all sorts of transportation in New York State, not just rail. They've got old ambulances there, fire trucks. I mean, I've been down there. They got a terrific trolley. We're blessed to have some really good rail-type museums around here. My friends at Medina, my friends down at Rush for the Genesee Valley Railroad Museum. Good places that preserve the history of our rail, and this is going to become an instant hit down at the New York Transportation Museum. Well done, City of Rochester. You waited until it got in the right hands, and this is going to be a huge thing for the community.